Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. Here I am putting gas in. Love buying gas in a pandemic. I have my pandemic glove hand that I touch everything with and then sanitize afterwards. Always fun, right? How you guys doing today? So here we are in the height of summer, and what is more summerish and American for all that matter than baseball? That's right, baseball. I know that the leagues are, trimming down their seasons and all that stuff, but I think they're still doing stuff. Anyway, what am I talking about? I came across a very unique baseball-themed record, and I thought we'd check it out. You're not going to want to miss this.
This is Record-ology.
Since we're talking about things that are all-American, let's talk about, I think, the only all-American turntable. This is the U-Turn Orbit, and this is the limited edition ultraviolet. Gorgeous, gorgeous turntable. This is made here in the United States, in Massachusetts. Even the acrylic is from the United States. It's an amazing, amazing product. We've talked before about how they put it together. Really smart product sourcing, simple and very effective design, and very customizable. You can pick any color you want. You can pick your cartridge. You can pick your platter. It's just super, super cool. We've reviewed, I think, 4 different U-Turn turntables. This is just they're all wonderful. Even the basic, which starts at like $179, is a fantastic turntable, all the way up to the special, which is around $500. Just beautiful, beautiful turntable. And again, all American, which is super cool. Definitely want to support these guys. Also over there, we've got their specially designed Pluto phono preamp, which is awesome. It's a great match for this. They do have turntables with built-in preamps and some without. This one does not, so that's why we're using the Pluto. And then we've got a powered speaker off camera, and you're gonna be able to hear the sound through that. So definitely check those guys out. I'll put links down below if you're interested in these, and also to their website. It's a beautiful turntable. It is fantastic. And this is one time where I feel like the camera is really capturing accurate color, because it is as fantastic as it looks. Just gorgeous, simplistic design. But we're talking today also about baseball. I happened to come across this record the other day, and I was like, holy cow, that is awesome. It was like $2 at the thrift store, and it is an official recording of the 1981 Dodgers World Championships. And this is really neat. They have it's apparently, I haven't even opened it yet. I saved it all for us to review together. Actual exciting radio broadcast from the incredible season. So this is amazing. Narrated by Vince Scully and different people that were prominent on the team that year. Looks like a relatively young Tommy Lasorda up there. Super cool. The record's still very colorful, vibrant. As you can see, there's a little wear ring from the where the record is on the inside there. I haven't bagged this one yet or upgraded the sleeve, but it is, a pretty awesome record. There's a picture of the team up there. Great artwork. There's Vince Scully, as well as Ross Porter and Jerry Doggett. And down here we can see some information. I always love seeing these sort of customized or unique records. This one is just fantastic. Radio broadcasting courtesy of KABC Talk Radio, Los Angeles, California. World Series broadcast courtesy of CBS Radio Network. That is so cool. Isn't that unique? I love it. Now, obviously, we all love records for music, but to come across records that are something special, something different, I think is really, really neat. Really, really neat. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and see what we got inside. Got one of these old school paper sleeves here. See if this one's lined. It is not lined, so it's just paper, and it's in pretty good condition. We're going to be doing more about liners, both external and internal, in the near future. Cool, look at that. Oh, that is cool, you guys. Simple and effective. Dodgers, 1981 World Champions. By the way, Dodger Stadium was home to the famous 1994 Three Tenors concert. That's an amazing story, how they transformed that into a tropical oasis with real palm trees, real waterfalls. Just a beautiful, beautiful set, and beautiful music as well. Copyright 1981, Los Angeles Dodgers, and the other side as well. Looks like the record's in good condition. I still see polish on there. I think I see a bit of a rainbow sheen to it, perhaps. And the grooves look like they're in good condition. There's interesting modulation on there. So let us see what we can get off of this record. So here we go. Without further ado, I am going to drop the needle on the Grado. I always say that wrong. Grado Black on the U-Turn Orbit limited edition with the ultraviolet. I'm using the acrylic platter as there's no platter mat, because if you have an acrylic platter, you really don't need a platter mat. And I'm going to gently run the carbon fiber brush off here. Anti-static properties. You know, I get some grief sometimes from people. I often say that I'm demagnetizing the records when I'm doing this. And people are like, there's no magnet properties in a record. Some people, that's actually a point that you could argue on, because the carbon black, the carbon that's put into the vinyl mixture does have slight magnetic properties. In fact, we're going to review it at some point probably. Actually, there are magnetic demagnetizers for records. It's kind of an interesting thing. But anyhow, this does get down in there with those carbon fibers, cleans out the grooves, and reduces the static buildup. There you go, static buildup, which has a magnetizing effect. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. But should minimize pops, crackles, all that good stuff. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and drop our needle and give it a listen. I'll skip through the record on both sides. We can get a sample of the whole thing.
This is Ben Scully. You're about to hear the story of a dream come true. The incredible story of the 1981 world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. In years to come, when Dodger fans look back on 1981, they'll remember it as the year they, the 10th player, and their team won it all. Oh, sure, baseball historians will remember the strike, but Dodger fans will fondly recall their world championship season. And a man-child named Fernando, who led team comeback to the title.
Did he just say man-child?
It all began Thursday, April the 9th. This magical story. The Houston Astros were in town for a rematch of the year-ending series of 1980. Jerry Royce was scheduled to work the opener, but he injured a calf muscle on the eve of the season. Manager Tom Lasorda drafted Fernando, and El Toro flashed a sign of things to come by blanking the Astros on 5 hits. Steve Howe and Babo Castillo have been throwing back of Valenzuela the last inning or so. The 2-1 pitch to Roberts. Screwball. Swung on and missed. 2-2. So Fernando Valenzuela has this crowd just dying to salute him. 2-2. Valenzuela delivered.
Now, if I were to dare call this record rare, somebody would point out there's 300 of them on Discogs. But the point is this: I didn't know this existed before I came across it. So unless you knew it existed, you're not going to go out, you know what, I wonder if there's a record album on vinyl of the 1981 Los Angeles Dodgers season. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? No. So for all intents and purposes, it's rare. I think it's really cool too. Here's some more.
Done it again. So Valenzuela wins his 7th in a row. And I'm telling you one thing, this is really some kind of a story. He puts the Big Apple on its ear, and they're still doing high fives out there on the diamond for the Dodgers. And Valenzuela turns them back one more time. And he goes walking off with a big grin on his face.
The nights of May 13th and 14th were about as exciting as things can get at Dodger Stadium. On May 13th, the Dodgers watched the Expos explode for 5 runs in the top of the 9th to take a 6-4 lead. So, what did the Dodgers do? Why, score 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Steve Garvey's 2-run single tied the game. 2 out, runners at first and second, 1 and 2 the count to Steve Garvey. The game should have been over.
This is awesome. I love this stuff. I love the idea of using a vinyl record not as a recording medium, because almost every record recorded after 1946 or so was actually recorded to magnetic tape, or much more recently digital tape or digital solid state recording. And then the LP, the record, is the playback medium. So except for low run lathe cut records, I know there's exceptions, but for the most part, vinyl records, it's a release media, but it's cool to see it being used for non-music needs or purposes. I think that's really cool. We'll try one more spot on this side, and then we'll flip it.
8th shutout of the year. Before a capacity crowd, he has done it again. Viva Fernando and bring on the Astros. That was the rallying cry of the Dodgers and their...
Great voices. I love the narration. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, cool record. Let's flip it over to side B, or side 2, and we'll pick up where we left off.
Only once all day. That was Cruz in the second inning. There's a fly ball to left to Baker, and the Dodgers have 1 to go.
By the way, if you are interested in learning more about the U-turn stuff, do a search on our channel or look in the playlist of unboxing reviews for U-turn. We've reviewed everything. Great stuff. Fantastic products.
And Say scored the go-ahead run when Steve Yeager grounded into a double play. Penguins aren't noted for flying, but that's exactly what Say did on Bobby Mercer's bunt in the 8th inning, perhaps the turning point in the series. Say made a diving catch, doubled Larry Milbourne off first to nip a...
All right, guys, so that's going to do it. I just wanted to share this with you. I thought it was a cool record, something unique. I love finding the unique stuff, and I've actually been going through all of my records in the vast expanse of the Record-ology vaults, and I've been really surprised at some of the stuff that I grabbed and then forgot about. I'm like, whoa, this is going to make a really cool show. But this one I just snagged the other day. I'm like, wow, this is actually really cool. Remember when I went in for the Judy Collins record? I actually found this that same day. I found a couple cool records along to satiate my appetite for vinyl records. So, and it made up for the fact that we actually paid money for Judy Collins. Just kidding. Just kidding. We all love Judy Collins, but it's fun to tease. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for today. Happy record hunting. We will see you tomorrow.
Dodger fans are still marveling at his home run. And what about the World Series? Say, Guerrero, Yeager, and the Big Three were accorded the loudest applause. But it was truly a team effort. Team comeback, of course. And where, oh where, would Team Comeback have been without its 10th player? You, the fan. Give yourselves a standing ovation.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed the show. It was cool to find something unique. I love finding records that aren't just music, stuff that's unique. Hopefully you thought so as well. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And we will see you tomorrow.